what are we gonna hit over to right now?
We're gonna go over to a little CD that I feel the need to introduce.
What is it?
It's by a group from another country. In fact,
what country is that?
The country is Sweden.
You sound so formal, man.
Well, I am trying to give it a introduction worthy of the name. All right, it's Danar.
Yo, the name is Moonshine. That producer, song called The Danger, son the beat bruiser. When I rhyme, I bring the heat. Switch up the style, not kiss off the seat. Sicker than the average, I got a fever. 106 off the meter. Check this, me in the knocks, leave it breathless. With VG over in Texas, reckless, stock, sound. Coming to get 'em, swallow 'em, chew 'em all up, turn and spit 'em. Gotta keep it rough though, that's my word, yo. Fuck what you heard, bro, the word's gonna burn slow. We bring the hotness. Who can stop this? Loch Ness monster, hip-hop metropolis. Blow up the mentals, grab a pencil, take the notes stated. This is only the info.
The name is Buckheads, and I'm a narcissist. Arsonist, bizarre and pissed, and all of this evolves into some awesome scripts. Latest pause for gist, I get applause and licks as my monsters think. Approach the arts to spit the hardest shit straight from the headquarters, Sweden. You better believe me that we're leaving cats bleeding. You've been eating assistance, shut up and listen, but keep the distance if you don't wanna stop existing. Killer patriot, blue-eyed blonde, but shaped Viking. Graffiti writer since 93, but far from a king. Moon produces, loses, gets Medusa. He introduces himself, the Knox album. I'm an intricate boy, trying to be a simple man. I'm not ignorant, it's just I have a short attention span. Pensive and antisocial, still I pro true. My vocals, he promised old school. That must ring a bell because I already told you. I'm not known in Stockholm, but 18 years I roamed in my home. Killing time as I travel on this gravel that has my shadow dark and shallow. Got my sandals to it, that's a path that's narrow. The quicksand hourglass, I live hours fast. That's me thinking on my past, on how I used to ask. But now I'm in the quest, I can't regress and reflect, regress and neglect my future. I need to effect my next maneuver towards the apex to move up. With this group of 2 MCs and a producer, now 8 wax introducer.
Say what? Say what?
Yo, what if I couldn't rhyme, couldn't break down the game, couldn't bring the pain? What if Zilla wasn't my name? What if I lost my memory, lost the scale? What if God never wanted to make rap my will? Imagine that. What if I couldn't swing the bat? No boom for the bap, no rockin' the moon's tracks. What if the world stopped spinning, all was frozen? No commotion, no spark for the explosion. What if I lost my voice like the DOC? Then would that be the end of VG? Of course not. Yo, what if I got tongue-tied live on stage, or died on stage, or even caught 5 on stage? It's hard to swallow. What if I never make no cash? Or the 2 of us with me and the knock swerved and crashed. Life is fast, always keep my foot on the gas. So what if I say fuck it and continue to smash?
What if did exist? Would the world look the way it looks? Or would history be differently written in the books? The answer is written in the stars. Use your imagination and you'll go far. What if did exist? Would the world look the way it looks? Or would history be differently written in the books? The answer is written in the stars. Use your imagination and you'll go far. What if politicians were honest? They probably promised nothing. And if Europeans were now colonized countries that are now suffering, or enslaved humans, I will be proud of something. What if computers without malfunction on 2K? How will we accustomed to technology and say if there wasn't any wars, only discussions, how many lives will be spared in the hands of a martyr who doesn't care? What if rap music couldn't be aired because it was a taboo? Would you still hear? Would it feel fair if you could not be different? You had to be ideal to the system or end up in prison. There would be no freedom, and if you thought distant from others, nobody would listen. What if we thought ourselves as brothers? How much love would we discover instead of all the negative energy that mutters our minds with prejudice about one another? Would class segregation exist if there were no ghettos in the cities or suburbs? What if the span of earth started from the beginning? Would history be repeated? Would we be reading the same history books? And
what if it exists? Would the world look the way it looks? Or would history be differently written in the books? The answer is written in the the stars. Use your imagination and you'll go far. What if it exists? Would the world look the way it looks? Or would history be differently written in the books? The answer is written in the stars. Use your imagination and you'll go far.
What if I was the sorcerer? No remorse torturer, with a horse and a sword with which I slaughter ya. An archangel in hell with rusty wings, dusty skin, cutting off strings on Lucifer's musty violin, lighting a million bold white candles in oblivion, observing a gang of devils that begin to sin, spewing icicles out the dark and plague eyes, killing the fire that sparks the great lives, accompanied by a man, a flute, and an amazing tune, read in ancient runes under the blazing moon, a palace of imagination built with malice and frustration, with uncountable towers to balance elation, a resident for all earth's living creatures, believers and preachers, sleepers and seekers, poking each other with long sticks through the mist. What would the world look like if it exists?
It exists. Would the world look the way it looks? Or would history be differently written in the books? The answer is written in the stars. Use your imagination and you go far. What if it exists? Would the world look the way it looks? Or would history be differently written in the books? The answer is written in the stars. Use your imagination and you go far.
And show interest. Half of the Earth's population is the result of incest. Neither God nor the Holocaust who did exist. Still are over 6 million believe in Jews. It takes half a nation of millions to choose a president. Half a nation of fools plus one to choose an incompetent. Just cause you care doesn't make you innocent. It's easier to live by the looks than intelligence. Humans are much smarter than animals, but the parts of our brains we use are minimal. Man, I hate racists, they're disgusting but more. Ugly stinks and grow potatoes on their pocket floor. Dreams do come true, my friends, even though 99% of them are nightmares in the end. I see people crying, laughing at themselves, realizing happiness doesn't come from hell.
Welcome to planet Earth, hell comes and plants the curse. We ran berserk from apocalyptic wars to Satan's earth. I hate those words, but I reuse it as my basic words. With Slaton's birth, where it's all about GMP to face some dirt. No safe to work, cause they know what it pays and work. So to hear rich MCs have nothing to say, it hurts. My mom says he will learn outside only split the night. So if you're knocking my door, don't be sure you'll be the one I invite. Yo, I'd rather listen to a bomb when it's living strife than a politician living life talking about civil rights and women rights with Confederates talking rhetoric and we credit it. I think if it ever get better, then we better get literate and read between the lines, see the signs that turned up. Why is it that somebody saying something good gets murdered? So hold up, I think I'll come back to earth when hell freezes over.
I see people painting the picture of their lives, uncovered an empty canvas on the day they die.
Existing, but dreaming about life in paradise, looking at the outside with a sleepy pair of eyes.
I see people painting the picture of their lives, uncovered an empty canvas on the day they die.
Existing, but dreaming about life in paradise, looking at the outside with a sleepy pair of eyes.
They say you speak from the heart when you drink alcohol.
I'm drunk right now and I must say I hate you all.
We live on a planet where a mother show real love,
where she asks an abortion instead of a boy or girl.
I'm crying,
but at least I can see others laugh on TV.
And I know a lot of nice people,
though they don't seem to see me.
I wait for the day when they're all rise at the side of the wife. Not only late for work,
but also late for life. A strangest resemblance of me is tremendous.
We're all brothers, but our unity is horrendous.
We live for a period, but the universe is endless.
Life is much longer than that,
but we spend it first in Earth's birth entrance.
We are descendants
that departs when the heart's engine stops and we turn senseless.
Live and learn, experience and repentance.
I put my life in that sentence.
Now what is your meaning of life? People painting the picture of their lives, uncovered an empty canvas on the day they die.
Existing, but dreaming about life in paradise, looking at the outside with a sleepy pair of eyes.
I see people painting the picture of their lives, uncovered an empty canvas on the day they die.
Existing, but dreaming about life in paradise, looking at the outside with a sleepy pair of eyes.
Gasping at the same time as the rest of the masses.
Turns disasters and the world collapses.
An enormous gust of boredom's dust
kills us all before it makes the whole world combust.
graffiti writers. Peeps proceed to bring life to the city.
With flows, cans, and cap, that's pimp fast off the skinny.
With the aim to gain fame in the game with cool names. We paint in urban terrains that set flames to green and blue trains.
With gloves and stain, cause fingers to foul equals a trial. So get rid of the evidence and speak in denial.
Improved surveillance system makes it more difficult
for bombing, but we don't care if it gets critical. It's pitiful, so I say fuck y'all and show my middle finger.
Spying on us in the bushes. You don't think we know a thing, huh? But while you ambush, we got friends that tag up your car, making sure you get a wiggin' from the bus instead of a golden star.
That's payback, bitches, your blacklist. And see feelings are mutual. Will be more suitable if you work behind the desk inside a cubicle. No matter what you say, we do our usual routine with rap while we sit and laugh.
Writers, bombers, vandals, bombing up the streets and filling the trace with candles. Guards, security, undercover cops. Don't they know that graffiti can't be stopped? Grab writers, bombers, vandals, bombing up the streets and filling the trace with candles. Guards, security, undercover cops. Don't they know that graffiti can't be stopped? Stay calm, don't get it wrong. Yeah, we're dropping bombs. Let's get the lines drawn. Hand me a can so I can get it on.
Till dawn, we were canceling our palms, then we gone in silence, making no violent harm, even if the silence alarm.
With sick posts that tiptoe to rip shows with thick flows.
Even though it's cold outside, we have walls and big loads.
Make your morning trip to work a little bit more colorful.
Without color looks glum though, but still your average Joe don't see what's lovable.
We're putting up tags, even if the whole car is full. Artists or vandals, no matter what, we're causing scandals.
For example, trashed and bashing cars getting dismantled, making beautiful panels, but the conductor says it can't roll.
My cancel, different shades that when sprayed can't be canceled. I got my pants full of different caps to make the line skinny or fat.
The narcs bombing the city, blending graffiti with rap.
Grab writers, bombers, vandals, bombing up the streets and filling the trace with candles. Guards, security, undercover cops. Don't they know that graffiti can't be stopped? Grab writers, bombers, vandals, bombing up the streets and filling the trace with candles. Guards, security, undercover cops. Don't they know that graffiti can't be stopped?
Peace to all the writers using their graph toolkit, and fuck all the media bullshit they fool with. They fill with lies that they tell to the masses.
To hell with the gases, if it get underground access. We practice on our tactics, attack bricks, attack quick to the sound of mad clicks as we catch fat flicks.
We're too fast, wherever surveillance and text, cause we know we can't be stopped when we K like a next.
Stickers, tags, throw-ups, pieces and burners.
Everything we can make graph of, the rest doesn't concern us.
Ignorant, yeah sure, and we also immature.
But they don't realize we're artists and that you can't ignore. Even if we against the law, we'll continue
to bring you a brew drinking crew that he was like fuel. This is for everybody bombing the city,
dedicated to all the people that are down with graffiti.
Grab writers, bombers, vandals, bombing up the streets and filling the trace with candles. Guards, security, undercover cops. Don't they know that graffiti can't be stopped? Grab writers, bombers, vandals, bombing up the streets and filling the trace with candles. Guards, security, undercover cops. Don't they know that graffiti can't be stopped? Angel with disguised wings and tears of cries that the lies in his life bring. Looking with disgust at an engagement ring from a relationship where was meant to be a king. She offered a life and couldn't see how often he lied, even though his feelings for her subsided and died. He put aside emotions bubbling out when he laid in his bed. You thought was troubling him and weighed on his head. Still it fled from her heart that bled and the tears she shed, and ran away into a world that was so stay instead. Fear what was ahead, so kept on lying and denying the crisis, the cries, and the relationship was dying. Half a year slipped fast and what they shared it last. But why she dreamt about the past, he wanted it to surpass. Continue with his life, skip the strife, and break up with what he had early picked as his wife.
From a bird's eye view to a kid that looks like I do, I try to analyze every thought that lies behind his mind's feuds. He fights an internal battle and he might lose if he forgets his identity, cause it's mine too. We hide two personalities, one bad, one good, depending if he likes you. Stuck in a repetitive cycle of mistakes that he needs to learn from as a disciple. Whatever tree he fell from, he feels like he ain't a ripe fruit, seeing himself as a rival, a half full against a half empty cup. Trying not to self-destruct, he would if I wouldn't have held him up. So is it hypocritical, pitiful, pathetic, or cynical the way he acts sometimes? There is everything but sunshine. One finds in his glum eyes, consequences arise and takes him under his own summit. From all the stress and the focused actions, he never saw it coming. So he plummets to the rock bottom, turning depressed and angry. Emotions stuck in a stampede, he starts to build a hatred he can't see.
How could this man be so cold? I thought of myself. So afraid of what would happen when he brought a farewell. That it let her live in pain instead of just explain that his love for her had rust and didn't remain. Suddenly I felt like I had to make him regret what he's done and teach him that it was wrong even though it was young. I got closer but had to rub my eyes in disbelief, cause the man standing in front of me was me.
How could you be so cold? Please be reasonable. You're making a facade of yourself to your own people, bro. You needed some help to ease the whole pain, and it's feasible to release this beast in you, but then you gotta seek it. So it is stuck in a deeper weep and needed some treatment, yo. Even though you reap what you sow, you must prevent this and destroy it or it'll never end. In third person I speak using self-defense, fighting this kid when I realized I saw myself in him.
Chuva Hendes, da Harry VG Skills, El Rapotera from Stockholm. So what? Sonny Vitt. Hey.
Hey yo, the source of life, rise out of its disguise to subside ice, a light supply for Dawn to open its eyes, revitalize living and energize the day, exercise giving and fertilize the grave. Birds sang in unison to welcome the dawning, and I felt the strong breeze as time was yawning. I stepped out of bed and discovered a new continent, kept it a secret cause I had to go and pay my rent. Met God on the subway, he gave me wings and I passed them out to wingless angels before the evening. Took a huge step for humanity on another planet and came out with a cure for AIDS and cancer while I was at it. Made a song that kept the girl away from suicide, walked into a war and gave life to the innocent that died. Became the reason of laughter and the reason of joy. Took out insecurity and put pride in the board. Open eyes that open minds that open lives. Made everyone rise on the TVs to put down the lies. Made them understand, reach out a hand, grab the knees, meant to be able to round the globe united
Call
we
it a
stand.
day in this life of mine.
My life, my time.
Gotta breathe whether rain or shine. It's just a day in my so-called life.
Whether wrong or right,
Everything's gonna be alright. Call it a day in this life of mine.
my life, my time.
Gotta breathe whether rain or shine. It's just a day in my so-called life.
Whether wrong or right,
Everything's gonna be alright. You know I got soul, I'm one of a kind, musical mind. I be sitting on the dock of the bay, move with the time. I flip my stylistics over rhythms. I bet you by golly, wow, I'm killing them now. So check it out, I got a Jones like Quincy. Motown convinced me, the hip to the hippity hip hop was in me. I remember my first line and my very first rhyme. No choice to climb the schoolyard, the street was mine. Yo, the L dialect was born, a storm rage and ink covered the page. Amazed that I blaze whatever phrase that'll grab attention, my pen would listen. My ammunition was verbal, over tracks I glisten.
listen. Shine with the gift to spit words so swift. Over grooves like this, sometimes I reminisce like CL. VG stays on the DL, smooth and make moves so my life can be well. Whatever's written, I live it, weather forbidden. No welcome, I had to tell them the kids coming equipped with some of the good times, the bad times, the dark clouds, the sunshine. All I need is one rhyme to get
Call
mine.
it a day in this life of mine.
My life, my time. Gotta breathe whether rain or shine.
It's just a day in my so-called life.
Whether wrong or right, everything's gonna be alright.
Call it a day in this life of mine.
My life, my time. Gotta breathe whether rain or shine.
It's just a day in my so-called life.
Whether wrong or right,
Everything's gonna be alright.
The morning woke me up in the form of an alarm clock. Rose up, yawned till my jaw dropped. Massaged away my small knots on my back and stretched my sore spots. I put on boxer shorts and warm socks. Picked up an aux album out my cardboard box and turned the doorknob. Went to the kitchen, switched on the stereo. Played an aux CD, then took a bowl with cereals. Looked out the window, the weather was fit for parasols. The sun reflecting on me felt like a parable. I was inspired, took a pen and pad and wrote. Started to rap till my parents woke and spoke about complaints from the flat below. I made a wake-up call to my friend asking if we could play some ball. Of course, kid, I put some clothes quick and pray to God. Shot to close the door, ma, be back at 4 o'clock. Besides clothes and shoes, I brought my damn sport and watch. Outside it was scorching hot, so I bought some sodas. Drank till I was pissed, cause life's a hangover. I showed up at the court where my friend was waiting. He had his radio with him, and guess what? The Knox was playing. Anyways, the day went and the night came slowly. My friend left me lowly, suddenly a man approached me. The motherfucker robbed me and ran away. I resonated with, hey, at least it was a good day. A good day, yo, a good day.
Call it a day in this life of mine.
My life, my time. Gotta breathe whether rain or shine.
It's just a day in my so-called life.
Whether wrong or right,
Everything's gonna be alright. Call it a day in this life of mine.
my life, my time. Gotta breathe whether rain or shine.
It's just a day in my so-called life.
Whether wrong or right,
Everything's gonna be alright.
Är det moon? Är vi klara? Okej. Det går vi. Jag dricker öl. Peeps blå. Ja.
That's good.
Yes, they finally picked my lot of numbers. Bummer, I'm only getting dumber and dumber. For the first time this summer, I forgot the hand in the stub. Lost 5 million chromes and now I stay a scrub.
Yo, this girl I dug deeply like oil sticks. Butterflies made my stomach hurt like food poison. So I stepped to her, but it was a disappointment, cause we could only talk about a new boyfriend.
Half a fucking minute late and I missed the bus. What was I supposed to do? I was in a rush. Forgot my briefcase like all stressed. Wasn't enough. Oh, I'm lucky cause the bus crashed and all the fears got crushed.
It's an underground kid that makes true hip-hop investments. He goes to your shows, but he's on the guest list. He respects the starving artists and old school heads. It's your biggest fan getting your albums bootleg.
Hello.
Hey yo, it's E, man. What's rapping?
I'm chilling.
Yo, guess what?
What?
I was at school today,
Word.
mad early, but there were no class, man.
Word? That's crazy, man. Yo, guess what? I got a call from this major label, some kind, I don't know. They had a deal for us, full package, video, everything,
Cool,
and they wanted us to record like now and everything. But the
Damn.
problem, yo, they wanted us to rap in Swedish. Oh shit! It's like getting fired and wanting to die.
And finding out that without a job you got a life.
It's like surviving a tragic plane crash.
Coming home safely but finding your whole place back.
It's like selling drugs to kids, earning big dough.
And then coming home to your mom and overdose lil bro.
It's like a rapist getting HIV. It affects us all and it's called irony. Yeah, I'm down for a burglary. Fuck this rich folk, I'm broke as a joke. Any money for my smoke. They woke up and I got pressed down on the floor by this kid I used to steal from in the college corridor. A veteran that got some skills, clock ticks with no time to kill. He deserves recognition one day he signs a deal. He works hard for a better outcome. He doesn't drop it though, cause the label shelved his album. Oh, the girl in school really got the look. Since I first saw her, I really been hooked. She got guys waiting in queues, it can't be true. She picked me, but wasn't my type, and now she's stuck like glue. It's like getting fired and wanting to die, and finding out that without a job you got a life. It's like surviving a tragic plane crash, coming home safely but finding your whole place bashed. It's like selling drugs to kids, earning big dough, and then coming home to your mom and overdose lil bro. It's like a rapist getting HIV. It affects us all and it's called irony. 3 girls in a row, we need a boy to become king. The queen is pregnant again and delivers later this spring. At last, the child has a penis, thank God, amen. But that's the end, cause now it's filling up, gay men. I've trained all winter and soon is summer here, so I can expose my body in the sunny atmosphere. Oiled up in speedos, ready to flaunt my aesthetics, but change my plans and showing off in rain would look pathetic. It's like getting fired and wanting to die, and finding out that without a job you got a life. It's like surviving a tragic plane crash, coming home safely but finding your whole place bashed. It's like selling drugs to kids, earning big dough, and then coming home to your mom and overdose lil bro. It's like a rapist getting HIV. It affects us all and it's called irony. Yo, BG Skills and the Narcs and Moonshine. Yo. To rap, I'm known as the cat, the blown cat, spray paint containing cans, then later thrown cracks. To rap, I'm the kid that flows fast and black with no math to school. I'm the kid in no class, after cause it's so daft. To old lads, I was the funny kid that joked a lot. To my folks, I'm the kid that promised a shot, but later said, oh, forgot. Irresponsible, lazy, most possibly crazy, that's what I am to me. To pigs, I'm the vandal, see, don't give a F about the damn police. To a stranger, I'm a kid, to a kid, I'm a dude, to a dude, I'm a prick, to a fool, I'm a get very rude, start a hit, to a trick, I'm a dick, to whack, I'm opposite into tracks, I give the hottest bits. To battle cats, I give a lot of dance, cause styles is what the problem is. I'm a friend that stages, I'm the pen that pages, I'm the outrageous, I'm the contagious. To neighbors, I got the music loud that'll reach your heads. I'm the hip-hopper, walking limp, but still got equal legs. To Peeps that said I'm whack to them, let's battle so your ass will come back again. To the crowd, I'm the kid in the hood. To questions, I'm known as why I'm so good. To you, I'm antisocial, to Moonshine beats, I'm vocal, but to the world, I'm local. We're known as the North, representing from the start, representing the art. In the crew, we know what's up. We're known as the North, representing from the start, representing the art. In the crew, we know what's up.
Who's this? The rough street team, formerly known as the
Check it, my name is B, it's hit the double C by yo. Graffiti writers all sitting on me as Gorilla, or maybe Disney. And open my kids as damn it, this me instrumentals know me as Mad Stars the Freak. To players I'm known as the referee, to doorkeepers known as VIP. But later thrown out with the bartender yelling, why you beat me? To my seats, I'm known as the one who sprayed his own his titties. To fly kids known as gravity, to battles known as victory, to crimes known as guilty, to lines known as poetry, to rhymes known as plenty, to quantity known as quality, to KCN known as family, and know what's up. Know me as unity, and I'm also known as the heavy milestone in history. Emily know me as we tried hard to make it work. To me, I'm known as nothing, cause I don't hang around with jerks. To DJs, I'm known as Select, I rewind. And A&Rs know me as damn, isn't a kid sign. To visions, I'm known as seeing even by a man that's blind. I'm also known as the essence of man.
As the North, representing from the start, representing the art. In the crew, we know what's up. We're known as the North, representing from the start, representing the art. In the crew, we know what's up.
Who's this? The rough street team, formerly known as the best.
The name is Skit.
VG to them kids that know me. Around the way, Vic pay me for them kids that own me. To them ducks is V-Zilla, the microphone, the killer. The sheets of paper, ink spiller. On stage, nobody iller. The bling rhymers, I'm ISIS. Freestyles, the nicest. When I gamble, I'm big money. To a label, I'm priceless. In the streets, VGZ to my girl is please me. After I battle, just call me too goddamn easy. Overseas, I'm international. The fans, I'm solid. Dance on tracks like Ali, so VG Muhammad. To my word, call me promise. In this game, I'm honest. The East Coast skills is super. In the West, I'm chronic. On the spot, call me times up. The clock, some tick. For those that know when the rock shit, yo, the name is Vic. To the radio, I'm airplay with a thunderous sound. To the masses, I'm simply known as Mr. Underground. In the ring, I'm heavyweight pounds, knocking you out. When I perform, this to make the crowd scream and shout. The dangerous one to all them thinking it's safe. Two sides of VG, Mr. Never Afraid. To the cops, the lawbreakers, to my pops, the son. To the cats rocking my album known as #1. Word is born, daddy, the suckers never taste defeat. And to the narcs, the motherfucker that makes the track complete.
With no naps and all, representing from the start, representing the art, and the crew we know it's off. With no naps and all, representing from the start, representing the art, and the crew we know it's off.
Who's this? The Rocket Street Team, formerly known as the best kept secret.
Without being planned, it all began when me and my man passed over the span and you shook our hands. Took us to your clan and introduced us to the land. I'll spray cans from where our love did expand. We left your house so happy about you and us hanging out, that we could scream and shout, no doubt. One meeting was now turned into a daily route, and you a friend we could never be without. Video games and words that spit flames and hit fame, but you changed your aim and brought skills to the game. 2 12-10s and a mix that gave you a name, Fanatic. Compared to you, the others look so lame. In the basement, the bass was slightly booming, and in the sauna, sweat was partly fuming. Days I always miss when I sit back and reminisce. I can't understand that you no longer exist.
Oh, brother, why'd you die? Thought we helped each other. Now I'm gonna let you be. You in my mind like every day. Yeah. Oh, brother, why'd you die? Thought we helped each other. Now I'm gonna let you be. You in my mind like every day.
You became famous, but always stayed the same to us. Never changed because you were able to tame the buzz. On tour a lot, sure to make it hot when we on the spot. Better to hop as fast as the needle dropped. Alcohol consumption's always putting your heart into something. Never faking, backing up if someone started fronting. Every day remained the same. Late for the train again, detained by Mary Jane or just to drain the vein. Practicing on scratching while Tito starts rapping. If you were down, it wasn't your place, it was happening. The news I received made me feel confused and grieved, and refused to believe that you chose to leave. You miss a lot of nice stuff, your life was rough. I know you were tough, but I guess it wasn't enough. You left too soon to see, Moon producing me MC, and I want this tune to be for what you gave me.
Oh, brother, why'd you die? Thought we helped each other. Now I'm gonna let you be. You in my mind like every day. Yeah. Oh, brother, why'd you die? Thought we helped each other. Now I'm gonna let you be. You in my mind like every day.
The weekend was here, I thought I would pause for beer. Instead I sped it in tears, cause a friend had disappeared. You lied the 9th year, too old, the day you chose to go. But even though you lay low, I can still hear your 20s roll. I light a candle and right ahead of my grief and sorrow, hoping I wake up with you in front of me tomorrow, just to get to see your face. Stop time and get some breathing space. Explain to you that no one else can ever take your place. You gave us 22 years and more than twice the shares before you put your shoes on heaven's dicey stairs. Said last goodbye, I'm wondering why you took off to paradise when you were needed on my side.
Oh, brother, why'd you die? Thought we helped each other. Now I'm gonna let you be. You in my mind like every day. Oh, brother, why'd you die? Thought we helped each other. Now I'm gonna let you be. You in my mind like
we bombs airborne, declare war in a store near you. Out to destruct dreadful heads like Rasta hairdos. I rock the spot like tyrants when I steps in. Like footprints on the beach, y'all make no good impressions. Even if you're on the single list like divorcement, y'all ain't worth checking like penny lists, endorsements. So forfeit, that shit don't sell like free promos. Well, this will become a short shot like a beach photo. You don't have what it takes like raw victims. We don't keep it real, we keep it non-fiction. Y'all listen, we spread fear that ain't curable. Got suckers pissed like happy hour bars, urinals. I infuriate on images under false pretense. Better come clean like alcoholics in AA meetings. That's what we think, y'all be needing help. Cause you couldn't put your record if you bumped into a CD shelf.
Never judge a book by the cover.
I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
Hold the mic like a memory. Hold the mic like a memory. Never judge a book by the cover.
I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
Hold the mic like a memory. Hold the mic like a memory.
I'm no slouch, dog. Zilla stays under like a groundhog. Represent, killing whatever beat I'm a pound on. So gather round, y'all, and come strapped with E-bomb. The only way my words ain't reaching you is my arms gone. The missing link, Messiah sent to deliver the fire. Time rewind until time itself expires. I got the optics that penetrate titanium. X-ray delivery, confirmation I'm slaying them. The wrecking ball, hardcore when I'm wrecking shows. I don't know when to stop like those Star Wars episodes. I like originals, never one for the sequels or prequels. The bottom line, fuck it, you can keep those. My train of thought leaves the weak-minded lost. I'm missing like advertisement of kids on postcards. What I display is an art, check the vocab. Wonder like a nomad, but tight like a toe tag. It's been a minute since I hit for the pen. It's swung for the fences, for instance. This is for those senseless individuals that barely started to witness the actual relentless way this Zilla spits this.
Never judge a book by the cover.
I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
Hold the mic like a memory. Hold the mic like a memory. Never judge a book by the cover.
I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
Hold the mic like a memory. Hold the mic like a memory.
I'm top-seated like trigger catapults. The only time you get profits if you act theatrical. Your booming system overloads when you play us. Make your head nod more than mute yes sayers. I convey this to vanquish, defeat all the substitutes to be the last man standing. I'm handed the mic, this game quickly makes you leave it. But I'll hold my head up like if my nose is bleeding.
Yo, I'm barely warming up, I smell butane starting to leak in this. The last thing you see, me blowing smoke off the fingertips. I get in booths and chains of the man of steel. Run circles around the sound like recording from rail to rail. I transmit at levels it's undetectable. Exceptional, the cream of the crop, you just a vegetable. Low decibel, nope, you're not professional. Like Catholic preachers with young kids in confessionals.
Never judge a book by the cover.
I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
Hold the mic like a memory. Hold the mic like a memory. Never judge a book by the cover.
I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit.
Hold the mic like a memory. Hold the mic like a memory.
Denied by the human eye and its commander-in-chief, until a magnifying glass deliver proof and beliefs. Cracks in the pavement when the burst starts budding. Glaciers melting into tears and the rivulets are flooding. Minuscule quakes, not seen on the Richter scale, but far from inconsiderable since the structure's frail. The insensitive stepfather turns to leer into inferno. His sarcasm never helps, he hasn't learned though. Mom cries, and the real father doesn't understand. He just raised his umbrella when the thunder began. The wolves shout at the full moon, I'm deep asleep. Brought back to life by the screams and the weeps. She's just in deep need of leaning on a shoulder. Everything's gonna be alright. That's what I told her. True or false? The answer resides on the other side of the hourglass, together with the rest of the life.
It was mad love that made this gash closer. Maybe was it hunger, pain, craving another try? The memories deep rooted in a closure. Used to catch it with my hands, now you're an elusive butterfly. It was mad love that made this gash closer. Maybe was it hunger, pain, craving another try? The memories deep rooted in a closure. Used to catch it with my hands, now you're an elusive butterfly. I can hear you in whispered fairy tales, passed on by ancient winds, raising the wedding bells. The heaven fell when you were born, in the mere fact that your eyes can impair a cast makes me wanna glare and hope you stare back. The face I framed in my thoughts, picturing you and I complementing each other's warmth. Nothing is soft, I stand on an edge, about to submerge. I probably fall in love with you, know that love hurts. What's worse is that pain is addictive and fickle. Trying to reflect my love on you, but you ripple. Meaning you don't see me the way I see you. I fell in your sea, but emerge is what I will do. Cause I know you went from an undiscovered mermaid to a woman that explores the world's waves. Hope it's not in the worst way, but I need to surface to the summit. Cause I know I'm still a boy, you are a woman. Mad love that made this gash closer. Maybe was it hunger, pain, craving another try? The memories deep rooted in a closure. Used to catch it with my hands, now you're an elusive butterfly. It was mad love that made this gash closer. Maybe was it hunger, pain, craving another try? The memories deep rooted in a closure. Used to catch it with my hands, now you're an elusive butterfly.
Method actress, black magic practicer, bad omen, never a dull moment. Oh, method actress, black magic practicer, bad omen, never a dull moment. Oh, this is me at the end of my wick. I've been in the dark and on foot for too long. Rats and flash floods, I set fire to fields. Sore eyes and hard of hearing, I hold my breath as hard as I can and resort to sign language. My life as a dog is so far so good. I do my homework and eat it too. My Swedish meatball, she was fast, cheap, and out of control. A scratch and sniff type situation. I split her open, but she cut me in half. She could dunk a basketball and had a right cross that left a mark. I keep forgetting to remember. It was a bumpy stretch of road, but now I'm bulletproof. I got the rubies, she got the puppy, and that's fine by me. If I never open my eyes to that corner again, I'll live an extra 10 years. I just hope she's fast enough to outrun an avalanche. Method actress, black magic practicer, bad omen, never a dull moment. Oh, method actress, black magic practicer, bad omen, never a dull moment. Oh.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Lopez.
Yo.
Yeah, don't stop.
Yo, wake the fuck up. Yo. Yo. Wake the fuck up. I got a brand new beat. Yo.
You just woke me from my dream.
Yo, I don't give a fuck.
I was banging Jennifer Lopez, man.
We have to record. Yeah, we have to record. I paid for this motherfucking studio time. Come on now.
I'm tired of small shows where they cry to immature hoes made up from top to toe but refuse to drop the blow.
Tired of women making personality topical, but still want a man with too much testosterone and lots of dough.
I'm so tired of standing the blistering cold with 25 copies of an album and none are getting sold.
Tired of overrated MC that gets put on pedestals and stars with too much ego, one have to see him through telescopes.
I'm tired of being interrupted when I got something to say.
I'm tired of people that talk too much, they're garrulous. All they can do is talk about themselves and babble shit.
I'm tired of dabble written scripts and MCs that scroll quick.
Instead of practicing with their arrogant, thick and dick talented. I'm tired of friends I can count on like an invalid validist.
I jumped first, so I'ma end this verse. I hope the chorus doesn't make the track worse. For those who sleep. For those who sleep.
With your eyes closed. With your eyes closed.
I'm tired of being the object of teen wet dreams and people loving my lyrics without knowing what I mean.
What you mean?
I'm tired of drunk DJ saying he will be okay. Takes a sip on a beer before he pukes stage.
You mean like when a producer deletes a track accident and so we have to re-record our raps again?
Yeah, that is like the trends I think is whack, my friend.
But you can't be verbally attacked, and when you're always arguing and after when your rap commence during performances like you have amnesia.
Aight, but what about you then? So stupid you're putting bacon in boiling spaghetti instead of the frying pan.
You're lying, man.
No, I'm not.
Okay, then I forgot.
Now we bomb, you're the liar.
Yeah, I can't deny it. So bring the chorus in and tell them why we tired.
For those who sleep.
For those who sleep with your eyes closed. With your eyes closed.
I'm tired of an ashtray smell, cause when I bought the shell had a San Miguel, but instead I got my lungs kicked for real. I'm tired of all the unemployment that makes me wanna join the back market like floats in bar toilet. I'm tired of MCs that connect to the net to collect respect and traits and organ microphone check for being high tech. I'm tired of violence, some just don't act right, and I'm tired of faces caught trying to nail you like cat fight. I'm tired of buck, cause I'm tired to fuck, and when I do it takes me out, so it's for nothing. I'm so tired of support kids, don't try to mock me. They swear they dab it on a public narcs copy. I'm tired of being sleepy and all the creepy peeps that think they know me the first time they meet me. Yeah, I'm tired of all of this, I'm tired of all of this, and I'm tired of cats fronting on the narcissists. For those who sleep, for those who sleep,
with your eyes closed. With your eyes closed.
Bucking E-bomb, I'll get it slip on. Kids better wake up and stop the yawn. Clear the night of your eyes, stay considered it on. Bucking E-bomb, I'll get it slip on. Kids better wake up and stop the yawn. Clear the night of your eyes, stay considered it on. For those who sleep, for those who sleep.
Motherfuckers, I got a fucking hangover, bitches. Yeah.
This is Bug, and this is E-Bomb. It's on, and together do we represent the city of Stockholm. MCs, Graffwriters, and alcoholics, making club and bar guards pissed. Oh shit, the beers got me nauseous. E-Bomb chill, you need to be cautious. Yeah, but first let me toss this vomit kid. Spaghetti, all this tomato, scotch, and squid. Two narcissists, with no assault in this. Y'all can call it quits, because we can't be bargained with. We got you targeted, bout to fire blazing scripts. But no worries kid, cause we're probably missed. Since when I'm making hits, only classics, verbal ass kicks. Only splitting if we got 2 packs of 6. So pump up the volume, let the speakers bleed. As the DJ give the chorus what it needs. There's no place like Stockholm. There's no place like It's the second verse, and I thirst for more. Here's a beer that I racked from the corner store. Now let's start the bar tour. Hell yeah! But he only got like 100 crowns to spare. I ain't got no dough either, see I'm a big fool, cause I get no study grants since I skipped school. Well, let's fake stamps to get into this club. Aight, but first I gotta fill my tummy with grub. The bartender at this place is inattentive. We can rack vodka when he's not paying attention. He will sense it, look, he's talking with girls. Sounds like a good idea to me, I'll observe. Kid, look and learn, cause I'm a smooth criminal. You got the vodka, so let's bounce, it's too critical. The bartender didn't notice, but the women know. I was far too drunk to act like a pro. So let's roll. There's no place like Stockholm. There's no place like Let's mingle with the girls, I got a bone tonight. Fuck off! Damn to hell with these ferocious dykes, I guess I'll have to waste my social life. Yo, we bomb, look, I think it's time for open mic. Oh, you're right, let me go up and promote the narc. Aight, but be quick, cause I wanna put up my mark. I got a new pen filled with metal, it's time to bomb. Okay, let's hit the toilet and find a wall to sign them on. The men's room's busy, we can use the ladies. Then the pen leaks, let's go. Wait, I need to pee. Now we're done pissing, plus we're toilet tagging. Yo, hide the pen, cause the guards are pointing at it. So let's bounce. Too late, what you mean? The bouncers already got me cause we crossed the scene. Now we have to leave or get beaten. Okay, let's leave then, but we'll be back next weekend.
Stockholm.
There's no place like
Thanks, my friends, for what we have in common. Without you, I'd be an unwanted kid like broken condoms, filled with antisocial problems. Rock bottom, feeding for an obituary column. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but my heart has a space with my friends' memories inserted in a frame and placement. My playmates in kindergarten play with toys. Now we're chill with K-Line, the paint while toys they avoid. I'm happy that this career lane became a choice. Without some of you, I'd be unemployed, saving coins, making points like Sigmund Freud on how to act. If I never had friends that were down with rap, I'd encounter that, but I wouldn't be at the stage. Thanks for my fam, y'all mean more than this minimum wage. Buck moon scale, say whack, let's do this, man. Be safe, y'all, and I hope I'll never lose a friend.
Peace to my homies. My fam. My peeps.
we got dream team stats.
Peace to my people. My fam. My peeps.
I saw the sun 79 and met moon 1980. Idolized it since day one, at least it didn't hate me. It took time to teach me about life's essentials. At first it seemed like a waste, but I knew I had potentials. I learned to take a leak without wetting my drawers. He was Luke, I was Chewbacca when we played Star Wars. Heaven was on fire when we break downs to the sound of kids. BMX, bandit, trading cards, pillow fights, times I miss. 22 years later, shit's the same. He's still my best friend, the love remains. There's nothing that can break this chain. Neither could anything ever make me bend to my cool. As a start, we share the same interests, graffiti and brew. But now 1,000 attacks and 8 years have passed. It has grown into a love that'll forever last. We lost Fanatik 2 years ago. It was a rough time, but just to look at skins, my brings back the sunshine. Petter, I hope you forever stay on my side. Lil 9, get off the drugs, I don't want you two to die. Björn, Robban, Jocke, Hode, Kuda, Stevan and Peter. No, I can mention you all, but I love you like life, if not more.
Peace to my homies. My fam. My peeps.
We got dream team stats.
Peace to my people. My fam. My peeps.
I remember when I first met E and Buck, two hungry MCs not giving a fuck. It started out the same way, words that turned to sound, transmitted through an online stomping ground. The only difference, we was being real with the mission to get the underground to stand up at attention, never faking it. What we write is how we live. Dope tracks that we lay down is what we give. I remember hearing the name Moonshine with beats, Dukes of Beats, a pit bull that came unleashed. We in different parts of the world, but on the same vibe. When we connect and shook, get lost and high. Who knew what kind of juice me and him produced? Imagine Dre when he first linked up with Snoop. In the end, 13 tracks arranged and mixed, making the globe exhale, big seriousness. I told him I come to Stockholm and rock the house. The storm arrived from H-Town to shock the crowd. Together, we're the narcissists for the cause. Me, Moon, Buck, and Eve, the way toxic raw.
Peace to my homies. My fam. My peeps.
We got dream team stats.
Peace to my people. My fam. My peeps. No question.
Yo, I love when I can stop my tears from taking a swim down my cheeks, cause my inner puddles fill to the brim, bubbling up to cut the glassy surface of emotions, paddling with my hands in a drifting boat on an ocean.
A stagnant pixels or timeless, far from frozen. I love watching memories framed as a Kodak moment, being the token for my past that helps me move on. Love experiences that tells me what I do wrong.
I love when icicles melt to compose a melody, building up slowly but to go into a potpourri of drips and drops from rooftops, so window panes, secrets whispered by breeze through leaves and I refrain.
I love it when subtle wind scrapes my epidermal skin, feeling alive and permanent makes me feel pertinent, soaring in a divine turbulence, an emotion I grew from, always gave me a new bunch of goosebumps.
You all know the feeling, the beautiful feeling, the feeling of felicity, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of.
Y'all know the feeling of walking on clouds, the feeling of. Y'all know the feeling of being in love, the feeling of.
Yo, I love when the sun and the liquid of life collaborate, using the big blue skies, the canvas as they create a map for treasure hunters and gold seekers, not knowing that the painting itself is the secret.
I love the iridescent eyes, women have pattern, love the charisma in the feminine fabric that mirrors their magic, so simple, still intricate. Women are my inspiration, a beautiful instrument.
I love the giggles, the sense, the humor, the cute faces, and the angel-like appearance that still amazes. I love the warmth that emerges when skin meets skin, and the moments before we become one, laying shin to shin.
I love looking at the world's halo, love it when we stay close and unite, cause we're all in the same boat. Sometimes I feel like a scapegoat, but my friends encourage me, I gain hope, so I'm thankful. Y'all know the feeling, the beautiful feeling, the feeling of. The feeling of felicity, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of.
You all know the feeling of walking on clouds, the feeling of. The feeling of love, it's the feeling of love, it's the feeling of. I love to be around people, I love to be alone.
I love to feel like home when I'm in a place unknown, the type of stranger that'll share its grub.
I love the lady that others just used to love.
I love this rhythm, it's my palpitation inside of me. To me it's a stimulant tinnitus I listen to privately. If I could be someone else, that wouldn't help, because I'm a narcissist, meaning I love myself.
I love the light of the eyes in the night, Cassiopeia, Cepheus, Gemini, Orion, Pegasus, Capricornus, and Cetus. You give me inspiration and something to rest my eyes on, holding my hand at night until we meet.
I grip the mic in my palm, see I love to spit in front of crowds. It's all up when I get props, taps, and pounds.
I love to lay in the grass and analyze the clouds, searching for answers in heaven to my question and doubt. You all know the feeling, the beautiful feeling, the feeling of.
The feeling of felicity, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of.
You all know the feeling of walking on clouds, the feeling of.
You all know the feeling of falling in love, the feeling of.
You all know the feelings, the beautiful feeling, the feeling of. You all know the feeling of felicity and falling in love.
Moonshine, the Narcs, yo.
History repeats, we ain't unique, still asleep as we speak. Concrete streets filled with peeps, not on the bottom but far from the peak. Kept quiet for a minute before we continue this stupidity. Continued egocentricity, me, mine. The whole earth revolves around me, and I'm feeling fine. Why should I bother but others when I myself am content? I know there's problems in the world, but none that I can end. I'm a narcissist, patriot, using my skid marks, hidey whiteys as a flag that I hold high in the sky to show my steeds, cause my shit is mad nice. I'm deaf on both ears and blind on both eyes. My mouth is filled with shit and I don't care about the reek or the bodies on the ground. They died cause they were weak. It was a long process before ever changing the breath, and seconds later were another 1,000 slain to death.
There's a whirlwind we can't move on, dissolving humanity. A rough reality filled with enemies, negative energy, egocentricity. There's a whirlwind we can't move on,
a patriot, I'm a humanitarian. Reside in a variant of an urban proletariat, where it is depressing cause my problem is the lack of truth, the consequence of a deluded state of consciousness. The proof is prominent, I face it unreflectively. Made of stones with feelings hurt when I recall inequities. I take distance of the grip, reality is far-fetched. I react heartless like vultures around carcass. Sorry if I thought of this evolving too fictional. I'm pondering but it's difficult to bother with my receptacle. Watch the news from a peripheral view. The moving pictures drew a proof of bad times, but there is a mental glitch that makes man blind. Mind the gap and let this rhyme extract my covenants. My third seeing is the troublance. I view the blood flooding, missing souls on their way to the tunnel's other end. Still,
there's a whirlwind where we can't move by dissolving humanity. A rough reality filled with enemies, negative energy, egocentricity. There's a whirlwind where we can't move by dissolving humanity. A rough reality filled with enemies, negative energy, egocentricity.
Woke up in the midst of a blurry ignorance. People's innocence are buried under sin, so don't pretend you're unaware, because everything is fair. Freedom means more than fresh air. The world is gray, don't look at it black and white. No matter what struggle we have in life, we're forced to fight. The mental one is the biggest, cause nowadays all we are a bunch of bigots. Your subconscious might pause and listen, but ignorance is a bliss when you're not getting much. But it isn't love, our humanity's inverted. You'll probably respond with, hey, nobody's perfect. Still,
the world is my canvas, I paint it with my existence. I exist when I do something that makes you listen. I'm using 5 pencils, one for lacking difference, one for ignorance, one for mankind's diseased intelligence, and one for equilibrium between nonsense and common sense. One for guidance in a world where science means creating better guns to take care of violence. I wish for silence, cause what you say is just stupid, bitch. Rich means not to have money, but to stay out of stupidity ditch, dug by people being smug, afraid of both giving and receiving hugs. Men bragging about sexual intercourse and how many times they scored, breaking laws and cracking jokes when it's of course better to brag about love, happiness and health, or don't brag at all.
There's a whirlwind we can't move by dissolving humanity. A rough reality filled with enemies, negative energy,